You're listening to Truly Unruly with Marcus and Jessica Trufant.
What's up, guys?
What's up, Kel? What's going on, man?
What's up, Kel?
Man, nothing much. How are you guys doing?
Doing well.
How are you healing, Jess? How are you feeling since we talked last week?
Much better. Of course, with breast augmentation, there is a lot of swelling, and it takes several months for them to settle into how they're really going to be. So they're still pretty big, but they look good.
She's doing a lot. I'm trying to slow her down for a while. She wasn't doing much. Now she's back to moving around too fast, picking up stuff too fast. I'm a little nervous for you, but I guess you know how you feel. I was trying to slow you down this morning when you was...
I know. I was cleaning up, and he's like, slow down. I'm like, dude, I'm just picking clothes up off the floor and putting stuff away.
No setbacks, though. No setbacks. So
I appreciate you caring for me in that way. You're concerned.
I don't know. You guys have been together for a really, really long time.
Our anniversary's coming up.
Oh, shit. When is that?
When is it?
Oh, why would you do that?
Of course I know. Hey, the 29th.
That's because I've been talking about it for... I think you tried to say the 27th.
She's trying to catch him.
I have said the 27th a couple times. But
right. I'm like, no.
Like you said, we've been together for a long time. Does the date really matter?
Man.
Oh, God.
It's about love right now. It's about where we're at now.
Living in the moment.
Yeah, so we're here.
We are barely here based off these cupcakes. The 29th.
Yeah,
13 years.
13 years.
Wow.
But our daughter is 15,
Yeah,
so
she's 15.
16 years we've been together.
And so, okay, so with you guys' 16 years of being together, it's like you guys have definitely reached, I guess, a place where you know how you preserve things, right? Especially when it comes to intimacy and y'all sex life. So my first question for you guys is how much sex is healthy in a relationship? Do you think? Your opinion. Your thoughts, Jess?
Well, let's not ask this guy. I think...
Wait a minute. What?
Well, like, what do you mean? Well, I know what you mean, how much.
Yeah.
I think if you're having sex more than once a month or twice a month, I think you're healthy.
Okay, so and how do you feel? Do you feel the same way, True, or more or less? I assume more.
You know what? I don't think it's a number thing. I think it's like, it's not like a monthly or a weekly thing. It's how much do you guys need?
Right. I was going to say, I think it's a mutual thing you come up with. For us, you kind of decide what is enough for the both of us.
I may want it more, but I have to respect.
Oh, God, here we go.
Where she's at. And I'm not saying she doesn't give it on a regular basis, but...
that's her trigger.
I know. I got in trouble about this a couple
that
episodes
wasn't
ago.
It. That wasn't my trigger.
She
it was
does give it on a regular basis. I want to make sure I say the right thing and make sure I'm good. But I'm just saying,
don't give it in excess.
No,
it's not excessive.
But it has to be mutual, though, and a mutual respect there. Men, of course, are wired differently, and we want it all the time. And that's okay, but you got to respect your lady at the same time, and she may not want to do it all the time.
Interesting. Here's actually interesting statistic that I saw.
God.
This is from Time magazine. It was the average adult enjoys sex 54 times a year or more than once a week, while married couples aren't doing it as much, but they're having sex about 51 times a year.
Okay, well, that's not a significant difference.
So what is that? Is that once a... Yeah, I'm not good at math.
That math, that's like...
That's not even a lot,
that might be like 2 or 3 times a month, I think, if we do the math.
I don't think that's...
I don't know. Someone put it in the comments.
How do you feel about that, Kel? Let's turn it around. There's another guy here, so I want another guy's perspective, not because I don't want to come off... I'm thirsty, and I said I'm okay with being thirsty, but I just want to know another perspective.
I think... Honestly, like if you're married and you have kids, I think you should at least be having sex twice a week.
That's fair.
once or twice a week.
If
you have time.
Right, yeah, that's fair.
You know what I'm saying?
You have
you got to make time though, brother.
Wait.
True, but like sometimes like at night like you're fucking tired.
That's
so it's
true.
just like ugh. But then you might want to do it in the morning. But the kids come in the room in the morning, want to jump in the bed. You know, like it just all depends on your situation.
Tighten the blanket, tighten that wrap and tighten, and then
door on the lock on the door, man. Lock on the door. All right, what's the math,
Okay,
Jess?
so if you do it 2 times per week in the month, so that's 8 times 12 months. That's 96 times.
Whoa, so 51 is
51 is pretty low.
not even once a month, right? Am I doing the right math?
I don't. Well, wait a minute. I'm no mathematician, but I did the math. If you do 2, 4, 6, 8 times that by 12 months, right? Because there's 4 weeks in the month, 12 times
I'm the
12.
wrong person to
That's
ask.
96 times.
Right.
I went to summer school for math every year. Make sure.
Well, so did I.
So pretty much, Marcus, you essentially cut that number in half.
That's not good enough for me. I'll come out and say that now. If we're skipping a whole month, then it's not good enough for me.
Yeah. So
I'm complaining.
So
I'm
here's the
crying.
thing.
I'm doing something.
So here's the thing.
That's not
That
good
leads
enough.
to my next question. Do you think sex once a month is a sexless marriage?
You know, it really depends on if it works for that couple. I personally think it's not my cup of tea because sex is a way of connecting and pleasing and, you know, it's supposed to be pleasurable. So you kind of want... So once a month, I don't know. Maybe there's other factors, like maybe somebody travels, or maybe somebody has a newborn, or maybe somebody's just tired. But
Right.
if, like I said, it has to be a mutual decision. If you guys are cool with once a month,
But a lot of people do it though. I mean, if you just read off some of the
sex 12 times a year, Marcus.
averages, that's not good enough for me. Like I said,
couldn't do that. I couldn't do that either. I'm sorry. Like I couldn't.
I
do
may
that.
be in a different
what
person.
are they doing
I know.
upstairs?
I was
I
just
think
about
your
to
house
say,
might be on fire upstairs.
They must be moving the furniture outside or something. This
They
is
are
really
going
down.
ham up there.
Jesus.
I
Do we
don't
need
know.
to
I'm
check
trying
in
not
or
to.
what?
I'm trying not to point
It's no
the finger
judgment.
at people. There is judgment.
But we're talking
Remember,
about
we talked
us and
about
what's
that.
good for
People
us,
always
though.
judge. When you say you don't judge, you're a goddamn lie.
Well-
anyways, it is in our nature to judge other people. But I don't think it's normal, right?
It's more normal than we think, though, right?
But I think it's more normal than we
right,
think.
yeah.
But to couples that have sex regularly, that seems abnormal.
Maybe we're really into each other and we just don't follow the societal norms of.
What societal norm says you have sex once a month?
Kale, you just
no,
read the
That
stats,
does,
right?
I guess Time Magazine says
No. I just asked the question. Do you think that sex once a month is a sexless marriage? That wasn't from
Well,
any
it's not
time.
sexless because they're
Right.
getting it once a
But I
month.
mean, there can be people either side that can be like, well, I feel deprived because here's my.
I was gonna say, or you're doing other things.
Right. But, well, no, here's my other thing too, is like, the reason I kind of want to have this conversation with you guys is because like I'm looking online and a lot of people like that like married couples and like engaged folks, like a lot of people feel pressured into having sex, especially like right now, like with like COVID and your lockdown, like and like when the whole lockdown shit and all that stuff,
Right.
and people like feel pressured. So like, it's almost like people
Well, that's why
want to.
there's a lot of divorces.
Right, but
during
that's the thing though. It's
COVID.
like I feel like people want to feel like, yo, is what's going on, is what I'm feeling or what is going on in my house, like, is that normal? Like, is it normal to have sex once a month? Because I've been around this motherfucker all the time.
Right.
I'm tired of being around you. I've been around you every day for, God knows how long. You know what I mean? So like, I don't know. Like, I think a lot of people feel really, really pressured. And then with you guys have been together for so long. I mean, fuck, you guys have been together, been having sex since your 20s, your 30s, and now your 40s. But that's the thing, though. The older you get, the sex probably changes, I would think, from your 20s to your 30s into your 40s.
Yeah.
It does, but I was going to say there is fluctuations, too, with sex. Maybe one time you only have sex twice in a month, and then the next month you have sex 16 times in a month. So, I mean, you know.
Being married,
it's subjective.
Being in a relationship is a consistent dance that you have to work with.
What kind of dance?
With your partner. See, it could be slow dance. It could be the merengue or.
Oh my God.
I didn't say that right, but it could be anything. Is what I'm trying to say.
Say it right, actually.
That things are different, so you just got to work with your partner, feel your partner out, see where they're at, and kind of go from there. And like I said, I'm very much into my wife, so it's just one of those things for me. I'm consistently trying to be involved, but I know the triggers and when it's like
he's learned
not a good time, and then I have to
back that ass up.
Not and I've said this before on the show, not take it in personally,
and cry in the shower like you said.
Cry in the shower, you know.
But here's my question to you, Marcus. This is an honest question, and Jess,
I think I know where you're going, but go ahead.
Well,
I might be.
You can chime in a second, but I want to just straight up, just from dude to dude. Are you extra with it? Like, is there times where she's just like, damn, because you're just really, really extra with it?
Not anymore.
Okay.
Oops, I just answered. Sorry. Ooh,
damn.
Ooh.
I think my voice just changed. Did I?
like, do you feel like? I mean, I get it when like you're younger, like in your 20s and stuff like that. Like, I mean, all of us, like, I remember, you having sex 5, 6, 7, 8 times a day type shit. But like when you get older and like you're more mature, you have more responsibilities, you have your kids, but then there's still that flame in you and that part of you that still wants to be like, because you love your wife, you're attracted to your wife, and you just want to be like, all right, like. You kind of want to pounce on her like you did when you was 25.
Well, the crazy thing is, Kale, that as we grow and as we become closer, we're still growing. We've been together for so many years, and we're still. I feel like we're still getting to different levels. Mm-hmm. So I'm really into my wife, and that's a thing that. I continue to tell her that it won't change, and it can't even help it. I've told her she's. Oh God. Yeah, so she's tough on herself.
Uncomfortable.
But from my point of view, it's like
very uncomfortable.
I mean, it's my thing, and that's where I'm at, and that's what I'm into. So yes, it's different. Things change, but we are. Growing on that side too, even though we've been together for so long. But it takes work though.
Right.
But you guys talk about the guys. The guys want it all the time. The guys are the aggressors. Guys want to have sex
women
5,
too.
6 times a day. Well, you know what? I think when you get older, it comes to a point where you cannot have sex 5, 6 times a day.
Yeah, that's true too.
You're tired.
Yes, but then. The great company called Pfizer has created this pill that you can take.
Oh, God.
Where you can go through your day, and when you want it to...
No.
I need that phone
Science,
number,
baby.
Yeah.
Science,
I need that phone number or that email address.
Yeah. It's called Viagra. Ed C. Alice. No, I'm kidding.
No, not like that.
No, I know. I'm just messing. So, like, when you guys are
Viagra.
60... Like, do you really feel like you're gonna still have that like fire in you to want to take down your wife?
Absolutely.
Yes.
When I'm going off my father, I'm going off my grandfather.
Yeah. Oh,
very sexual men into their 70s, 80s. So I'm
in trouble.
I'm looking forward to that.
My man.
Keep the party going.
Keep the party going.
keep the party going.
But yeah, like really though, how has it changed? Sex changed since your 20s, 30s, and now your 40s?
We're just, I don't know.
What has changed for you?
Kids have changed sex.
Well, obviously, because it's like you can't go how you want to go. But like, how would you say has it changed for you individually? Like, you're going still hard as a steamboat, and you're over here like, yo, sometimes I'm tired.
Well, yeah, it's different.
Yeah,
it's different for women. I'm tired. I feel like I take on all the kids and everything, and sometimes it's like, back thy fuck up. Mm-hmm. I am not feeling it.
In those words, too.
Right. I have a lot on my mind. I can't, you can't settle down, and the last thing you're thinking about is, let me just
throw that thing in a circle.
Let me throw that thing in a circle real quick.
Have you guys had any moments like, because I had a couple friends, like married friends that they kind of dealt with this, but like going through COVID and like, you just kind of just letting shit go and you're just like, ugh. And like a few of my friends were like, they just weren't feeling sexy. Like they weren't having as much sex as because it wasn't because like, oh, well, I don't feel like I've been around this person. It's just, I don't feel sexy right now. Like I'm tense, I'm stressed out, like all this shit's going on. Like, and the last thing I want to do feel like doing is having sex. And in a weird way, it's kind of put their relationship in kind of slightly in a weird place.
I can understand that. That makes sense. But for me,
that didn't really happen. Or did it? No.
Nah, but you're kind of just hanging out. You're watching more Netflix. You're more
Netflix and chill.
Stationary. Really. It's a lot of bedroom time. It is a lot of bedroom time,
right?
Especially in the beginning of COVID when we were trying to figure things out, and you're like, oh, okay,
I'm out of COVID-19. Maybe
I'm into my wife, and she's there, looking like she looks. So the thought consistently is running through my mind, but again, I know my wife. And I love my wife, but she knows me at the same time too. So,
and that's what I was going to say.
You got to match the energy.
That's what I was going to say. I know my husband, and so sometimes I have to make sacrifices. And when I'm like,
but when you say that, is that like what I asked earlier? Does it make you feel pressured?
A little bit probably.
It used to, when you would be like scratching at my fucking back, yeah. But now,
not literally, though, guys, ladies and gentlemen, not literally. Yeah,
kinda.
I cut my nails, but not literally. Yeah, no.
Kinda. But now it's like I just know. And I just understand, and I know that he is who he is, and he wants what right? And I don't even know if that's a good thing to say. Like you want to please your husband.
Right.
I don't think that, fuck it. There's nothing wrong with saying that. I want to please my husband. So sometimes when I'm not, whatever, I'm still willing.
But are you faking it?
A little bit.
And you're cool with that?
But it never ends like that.
No, see, that's the thing.
So
now
it might start like that.
Yeah,
but it doesn't end like that.
No, but as we get a little further down the road, you know what I'm saying? It's a little.
You start that long stroke,
more neck rolling in. So but that's just a part of the process. I think
that's
I'm a man.
Part of our process.
Yeah.
Everybody's
a part of our
process.
process. Everybody's process is different, and that's just us and how we get down. I'm okay with that though.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I didn't always used to be though.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a growing process that I have to take self out of it and kind of step outside of myself and kind of more understand where my woman is coming from too. So
I think through all of the kids, he was complaining that we weren't having enough sex, and I'm like, dude, like really, I got these babies and these little young kids, and you're complaining?
I gotta say, like, did you guys' sex life change? And I know this happens for some folks. for the better, or maybe slow down, like when you were pregnant? Because I mean, you were pregnant a lot for a long time.
I was pregnant for like 10 years.
Right. Because I know when you get around like that 8 months and stuff, like it starts, it hurts, and you got to start laying on your side and doing things a little different.
You know what I would like to say is we've been pretty consistent. As weird as that sounds, we've been pretty consistent.
How does that sound? Why is that weird?
I don't know, because some people, they're like, once they get to that point, it's just uncomfortable, and
the doctor,
it's like he's touching the baby with his.
No, listen, his dick is
and
not.
And our guys are scared, and we're like,
dude, get past that. Like, I've heard dudes say, like, oh yeah, man, I'm not about to fucking give my kid a dick scuff mark on their forehead because. I'm just like,
actually, that's not medically possible.
That's not even possible.
Let's just continue.
Like, that's not even possible. If anything, it helps. So when you're about to prepare, when you're about to push the baby out, so like, do your job. Like, right. Do your. You're a woman. You made it.
So we've been pretty.
Well, that's good.
I mean, women are soldiers. I was having a conversation with somebody about this earlier, and guys are pretty soft when it comes to everything when you compare what women go through. But we didn't really miss a beat, really. We stayed.
We didn't.
Pretty consistent.
And we probably should have missed some beats, but we did.
We stayed pretty consistent.
We did it. We should have. I think the doctor said we should have missed beats.
She said that she didn't want to see us again right after.
After the last one.
Yeah.
But still, we should have missed.
What if you guys would have had 6?
Nope.
I used to joke around and be like, "Yeah, what's 6? We already got 5.
He was
what's 6?"
Dead serious. He was dead.
I was serious
if
for a while.
If I wouldn't have my tubes tied, I would have another baby. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's right. Because you wasn't trying to get snipped.
But it was both of us. He didn't mind having. At first, he was like, when I wanted to have a third baby, he's like, really? But then he's on board. He's like, yeah. And then when we had our 5th, he's like, well, what's a 6th? And I'm like, what's a fucking 6th? But in the back of my mind, I wasn't ready. There was something in me that wasn't ready to stop having kids. Like, I literally there's something about, I hated being pregnant. I hate being pregnant. But there's something about having a baby and a little baby, and then they go through their little cute toddler phase that was appealing to me. No, I just loved it. But in retrospect, hell no.
Right.
I am
couldn't imagine
Dr.
now.
Brock, Seattle
imagine.
Swedish Medical, for burning the hell out of my tubes. I do. And when you're young, you don't really realize what you're taking on by having kid after kid after kid after kid. I literally don't have the capacity to deal with another kid. Like, I want to be done with this shit.
Well, it's interesting because, like, it's funny how people, like,
you become addicted. Some women are addicted
like a lot
to
of
having
women,
babies.
like, I'm not generalizing, but a lot of women, you hear them say, well, I got baby fever. And I'm like, listen, like, that's cute and everything until a certain point, because that baby that you're having a fever for turns into an adult, and you're gonna have to nurture that all the way. You know what I'm saying?
They turn into an adolescent.
Yeah,
you gotta have a wide lens when you.
Yeah, I get for, like, 0 to like 3 and 4 is like the cutesy shit.
That's my hardest stage. That's what I really.
Is that where you struggle?
Have nightmares about. Is like the.
I'm not sure why.
The early stage.
I'm confused.
Because I'm asleep the whole time. Is that what you're gonna say?
Well, is it because of dealing with me?
Nah, it's just tough to deal with a baby that can't communicate, and you got to do every single thing for the baby. It's tough. It's the hardest part, and you don't get any sleep and all that kind of stuff.
Used to it. I think it's worse now.
I don't, because you can tell them.
Well, when they're older.
I just think it's just it's more. It's even more. It's just different.
But you don't love. I mean,
I don't love.
No. You're in a different position though, because like you're a mother,
right,
and those are your babies.
Yes,
and they'll always be your babies.
Yes.
But what I'm saying isn't it easier when they can kind of fend for themselves in a sense and have that independence?
It is easier, but I think this is where we signed up for this. But because of all they're involved in, and we are, well, I can't say I've been a super active parent during COVID-19, but we are very involved with our kids. And so to pull here, do this, do that, we're concerned about our kid. One kid has this kid needs this special thing, this kid needs the glasses, the checkup, this kid has this. It's like, it's a bit overwhelming to have them all at one time be going through and needing something. And when you have babies, you deal with one, you deal with another, or both of them together, then you deal with, but now we're like full force, all five. And
the tough part for
they've
me,
got 5 personalities, and it's
5 opinions, right?
5
and I'm gonna go back
no's.
to that infant stage. For me, as a man, and being, I mean, it's cute, but it's paranoia because they're so fragile when they can't do anything. That's really the only time still that I get very mad at my kids is when they put themselves in harm's way. Like if they're jumping from couch to couch and, the table's right there and the corner is right there and this and that. That's the part as a father. I'm like, okay, I don't want you to get hurt.
As we're hearing them
Right,
pretty
yeah.
much
And they're
tear down
going
the
crazy
house.
now.
Well, you know what part of that is too, though, is probably your grandparents.
Right.
Yeah.
I call him an old Negro spiritual. He literally
I don't like it.
True,
Yeah.
true. No, I'm the exact same
Yeah,
way because
so
my
that-
grandparents used to be the exact same way. You don't be jumping on people's couch.
Nope.
You don't be
You don't be running down them stairs.
Running down the stairs.
Yeah.
If you come home from school, don't be jumping up, getting in your bed with your school clothes on. You
All
need to change
that.
your clothes. All that.
All that.
Like,
Right.
So yeah, I know
He's
exactly
more
what you
old
mean.
school with it,
Yeah.
and I'm more.
I was raised by old people. I know.
I can't control anything, so if somebody
I'm like,
gets
hey,
hurt,
stop. Hey, get off of that. So
right.
I guess it's a personal thing, but it's just scary to me.
Yeah.
Fear. So
Do they punk you?
all the time.
But yeah, but you got, I don't know, you got mouthpiece on you.
Punk us. Well, punk us how?
Like, I don't know, like you said, like how Marcus kind of comes in and you just control him in the sense of just like, stop, and everyone.
only in those type of situations. We're pretty open-minded parents, so we give our kids freedom of speech and of activity, I guess I would say.
No, they be punking us.
It's hard to control 5 of them. We're outnumbered.
Right. But so like has there been a time when like they give an opinion, because you give them the floor and you're kind of like, ooh, hold up, like
All the time,
Yeah,
actually.
I
know with me, I'm like, damn.
I've been drugged by a couple of my kids, and I'm like,
If our parents could
offended,
see
and then I'm
this,
like,
they
well,
would
wait
be
a minute.
disappointed. If my grandparents could see this, they'd be disappointed. But it's a new time. It's different in how we parent. It is not.
we've talked about this.
See, I'm a little more old school. I'd be like, oh, because my son, he'd be popping off at me. I'd be like, okay, you go pay these bills then.
Yeah.
We still get at them, like the attitudes,
the
and
attitude,
the
especially the
popping off.
attitudes.
But if they feel some type of way or whatever,
Oh, of course, they can express themselves, right?
And
as
just
they
like
should.
one of my kids had an attitude all day during homeschool, and I'm like, it's okay to have an attitude. It's okay to be mad for no reason, but don't bring that to me.
Right.
I said, bring it to your siblings.
Damn.
Bring it to somebody else. Don't bring that to me.
To your siblings?
Well,
Sheesh.
take it elsewhere while I'm trying to teach you. Let's give each other mutual respect. I said, if you don't want me to go there with you and have an attitude, don't have one with me.
Right. It's fair.
It's fair.
So I wanted to wrap up with this. What advice do you guys have for couples that feel disconnected because they're not having enough sex? I know you could say the simple answer, well, have more sex.
I was getting ready to say that.
But like on a deeper level, like what do you think? Do you think maybe like
communicate more?
Right. It's, because that's obviously like intimacy just isn't about sex,
it's
right?
It's not. It's a full body.
I'm playing.
It's body, mind, and soul.
Right.
Like it's like, well, why aren't you having sex is like a question. Like, why? Why aren't you having sex? Do you feel some way? Or are you guys just not doing? It
might even be something as simple as just distractions, like just everyday life distractions. I mean, like there's a list of tips I saw that was like top 10 tips to keep like your sex life healthy and like your relationship. And there was one of the top tips was like you need to understand why you're having sex and like turn your devices off. Like something as like simple as that.
Right. Yeah. That's huge.
I think, well, and this is just from a man's perspective, you got to step outside of self, because I know sometimes we're hot to trot and we're really just in a way about it. But if you could calm down, or take a step back and kind of see where your lady's coming from and what she may need. And I said this before on earlier shows, it's really a better situation when your lady is really involved and when she's really on the same page as you.
Right.
So if you can do that more than often, not make her feel pressure, not make her feel like that is just that she has to do this as part of her job and all that. It's easier said than done, but that's a better situation.
But it might be on both ends.
Right, yeah.
It might not just be because of what you're saying. There literally might be a disconnect, right? And the only way to reconnect, sometimes there's no reconnecting, honestly. Sometimes when the sex dies, it's over. But sometimes you're just past, like two ships passing each other in the night. You need to talk.
Because somebody's missing something on the other side. Right. Somebody's missing something.
You need to have fun. You need to go out, just the two of you.
You need to relax. Take away those distractions.
Take a vacation. Get away from your kids.
Or let's still date, or let's go on a date. I know we work and everybody's working, but let's go on a date and let's do something. Let's just chill and let's get back to what we used to do. So
I saw a very good tip. It's a very simple tip. Foreplay starts with, how's your day?
Kel, I don't know if all women are like this, but I tell Marcus, you have got, I don't want to, it sounds so vulgar, but you have got to fuck my mind.
That's
get that down there.
That's how a lot of women are. That's how
it's the mental stimulation. Yeah. You got to tell me all these things and I'm like, and so then we're like, yay, we're ready.
You gotta preheat the oven.
You gotta preheat the
oven.
Maybe we should tell fuck my mind. That's intense.
Or just bleep it. But sometimes
you've got to sex my mind. You've got to stimulate my mind. You've got to.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
That is very true. And I agree. And I 100% agree. But men sometimes aren't in that space. They're so riled up that it's not enough time to do that.
But like he said, it starts.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah.
Speak for yourself, brother.
I'm not even speaking for myself. I'm speaking for everybody in general, though.
It starts early. You got to start whispering sweet nothings.
I just want to ask you guys something. One more thing, though. When you guys like have time to have sex and like do it the way you want to do it, it doesn't have to feel like rushed or the kids quick. Like, do you guys like set a mood? Is there a certain type of like, is there a song that comes on? Is there like an outfit that you like? Is there?
You don't have to music. Get the fuck out.
If like, is there like a little outfit that you like your wife to wear, or is there something? You know what I'm saying? Like, does that happen?
I can come in a onesie or a full shirt up to the neck and pants, and it doesn't matter. No, but we do.
Do you appreciate that though? Because the thirst is real. So you
quit saying that and then asking me to appreciate that.
Why shouldn't
you?
you?
I do. Okay.
All right then. Thank you. I know, right?
Well, he keeps saying it. Well, you should appreciate. I do appreciate. You know it.
I don't mean it like that, but I am hooked though. So
Oh God. Okay. But yeah, no, we do there's different things. Yeah.
Like I said, like you guys are. I said you guys are able to like do different things to keep it fresh and sexy.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Good. Well, this was a good episode. It got deep.
Don't hide from it. We tried new stuff. We tried things.
I feel like
we're done.
Jess is blushing.
We're done. We are done.
This was a good episode, guys.
Yeah.
I like it. Truly unruly.
Truly unruly.
Marcus Trufant, Jessica Trufant. I'm the man in black. My name is Kel. Dylan's behind the camera. Dylan in the house. Dylan, very, very uncomfortable with our sex talk.
I'm sure a lot of people will be uncomfortable, but whatever.
No, this is good.
This is good. This is
therapy.
Real life.
This is therapy. Everyone
it's
has
real life.
sex.
There's some people that are
there are some people that weren't on lockdown with anyone and were by themselves and did not have sex with anybody.
And they wanted it, and that's unfortunate.
Right.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
So, Yeah,
so we're thankful.
You guys are very thankful.
We're blessed.
High five.
Shazam.
Follow us on Instagram, truly_podcast. You can watch us on YouTube on Marcus Trufant's YouTube channel, and follow Marcus_Trufant on IG. Fab5 Mom, Miss Jessica Trufant on Instagram. Watch us on Converge every Sunday night. We're still rolling on Converge and Apple Podcast, and be announcing our new home soon.
Yes,
we're gonna be
we're
gonna be expanding our podcast reach. So it's some good stuff, man. I'm excited.
Yay.
Till next time, y'all. Much love.